let's make a gaming computer, okay? We're gonna make a gaming computer. That's what we're gonna do. I just want to talk a little bit about computer parts. I want to talk about how I recommend computer parts. Let's talk about how I did things from a business point of view, okay? So in case you're unaware of this, at one point in time, I built computers for fans, more or less, right? Well, fans and other people, I guess, because it started to branch out until other people were involved too. There are two really, really important things to keep in mind when building a computer for somebody, okay? One is function, okay? You have to know what they're using their system for, because that's going to determine the priority of parts, okay? And two is cost, right? How much money are they willing to spend? Because that's obviously going to determine the cost of parts that you choose, okay? Does somebody want to just like put like give me like a budget and a function, and we can throw together like a computer, and I'll go through like the decision-making process for parts. And then I can maybe show you a system that somebody else would put together, or we can go to like iBuyPower PC. Actually, let's just do this. Actually, never mind. So let's go to iBuyPowerPC or whatever, and we can go through some of their choices, and I'll point out why I don't like a lot of these pre-builts, why a lot of these iBuyPower, CyberPower, whatever bullshit websites, why I don't like a lot of the part lists that they use. A 6950 isn't inherently slow from having more cores. It is. Oh, base components. Alright, case. What? Get the fucking pictures out of here. RAID Max Siren 2 gaming case. I'm gonna assume it's this one. I can't even find... Let's see if I can find something equivalent in cost, since I can't find this one. A mid tower is probably fine. What's the closest in price? Is the ARC 648? Nope, I can't find that. Okay, what about the Corsair Carbide Series 100R? 300R? What the fuck are these ghetto-ass cases? What about the 230T? Ah, okay. Only costs $60. Why is there a $50 markup for choosing this case? Whatever, we'll go with this. No LED lighting, oh no. No elite build package, no case lighting, no iBuyPower Labs noise reduction. Got a 6700 processor. I don't know what this cooler is. Hold on. They're using parts that like don't like fucking exist, or that nobody ever fucking buys. They probably got them like in bulk because they were unsold or some bullshit. Okay, of course. Oh my god, it's a fucking square. What? What? Oh my god, there's already so much wrong with this build. We're not gonna do this much today. This is the dumbest build I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'm sorry, I'll go over it more when we're fucking done with this shit. I fucking hate these ghetto-ass fucking shit tier websites. This is why I've never taken any sponsorship from iBuyPower or CyberPower. All of these builds are fucking retarded as fuck. Whoever put these together, there's no fucking... They're literally random fucking parts. Video card, a 1060. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. What? But why? Oh no. Oh, Metal Gear. Oh, it wouldn't be able to run on these parts. Alright. Oh. Fuck me, dude. Holy shit. 350 watt power supply. Whew. Whew, lads. Whew, lads. A 1 terabyte hard drive. Why? But why? 6 gigabits per second. I don't even think drives can write at that speed. That's just the speed of the SATA 3 port. Can a 7200 RPM drive? 7200 RPM maximum write speed. There's no way it's that high, right? I don't know what it actually is. 80 to 160 megabytes per second. That sounds about right. Which times 8 is about 600 to 1000 to about 1 gigabit per second. But we got to put that 6 gigabits per second there, which I'm pretty sure is the maximum speed that SATA 3 will transfer. Yeah, I was going to say SSDs only write like 2 to 500 megabytes per second. Megabits per second. I don't know. I would have to go look. I've never cared about sequential write or read speed, so I'm not sure. Destiny read, free upgrade to 700 watts. And then we have a DVD drive. Oh, it doesn't even come with Windows? Why? Really? Come on, dog. I don't even get a discount? What the fuck? All right. Operating system, Windows 10. Wait, you're charging me a fucking markup on the operating system? Why? Don't you get bulk licenses for this shit? What the fuck? Plus an Office 365 trial. What, doesn't that come with Windows 10? Don't you always get an Office 365 trial? Why are they charging me a markup on the fucking OS? Are you kidding me, dude? No discount because Microsoft actually sets the price on OEM licenses. Really? Then why am I able to buy it for cheaper here? I'm not sure if I believe you, Agdam. Because I can buy it for $88.88 on Outlet. I can buy it for $92.19 on Amazon. I can buy it for $92.99 on BH, whatever the fuck that shit is. Best Buy, SuperBiz, Directron. All of these people have it listed for cheaper than... Okay, what else? Is that it? Sound card. 3D premium surround sound on board. So no. No sound card. I don't know why you would list anything here. And no network card. I don't know why you would list anything here. Which means they're selling it at a loss or they're salvaged / sketchy keys. You think that Best Buy and Amazon and Newegg are selling sketchy keys? Never mind. I'm not getting baited into an Agdam. Mouse. Oh, and you get an iBuyPower standard gaming mouse, but no keyboard. Okay. Okay, so let's say that you wanted to buy this. If I want to buy this, are they going to charge me any more, or is this everything? How do I go to buy? I want to buy this. Next. iBuyPower Specialized Advanced Packaging System. Wait, how do you normally package it? Are you saying that there's a chance that... Are you saying there's a chance that what you ship me might get damaged during shipping? Arclight, you're charging me $14 to apply some thermal paste? What? Okay, dog. I hope they at least send you the fucking leftover tube. Fucking Christ, man. This is fucking crazy. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, is it really free shipping? That's kind of cool. Oh, free shipping discount. Intel Z170. Oh, that's like their money saver, I guess. I don't even know what the point of the stream is anymore, dude. This PC is just, like, it's just really fucked. Like, if somebody were to say, like, hey, here's a sample part list, then you would say, I don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about. Destiny, you didn't add the OS? Wait, you mean the OS wasn't included? Oh, because I had to do the extra thing to add it. You're right. Oh, my bad. Okay, so I don't even need to include an OS. Okay, so here are some problems that we have with this build. Can anybody... Okay, let's play a game. Can anybody spot the obvious problems? Okay, alright. Okay, here, let's back up. I don't know. Okay, so here are a couple problems, okay? First of all, we have an Intel Core i7 6700, okay? Let's assume that this is the processor we want, which we probably don't, okay? Let's assume that this is the processor that we want, okay? This processor is a non-locked stock processor, okay? Why do we have a water cooler with a locked stock processor? Why the fuck? Also, don't ever buy these little itty-bitty fucking 120 by 120 water coolers. Who buys these things? Don't ever buy these things. Even if you needed an external cooler, don't ever buy these things. Nobody ever fucking uses this cuck bullshit, alright? There's no point. Also, you have a stock processor. You don't need an aftermarket cooler, and you sure as fuck don't need this shitty little bullshit-ass fucking water cooler, okay? So, this is already a huge mismatch, okay? This is already a massive retard mismatch, okay? Don't do this. Secondly, MSI Z170 Gaming MS ATX LGA 1151 motherboard. Oh my fucking god. Okay, we have a lot of numbers in here. What does MSI mean? MSI is the manufacturer. Z170A. Z170 is a chipset, okay? I don't know what the fuck the A means. It's probably some cuck random bullshit. Gaming, bullshit, doesn't mean anything. M5, I don't actually know if that means anything. Don't give a fuck. ATX is form factor. That means this is a medium-sized, normal-sized motherboard. It's not micro or mini ATX. It's not... there's a one for a large ATX. I don't know what it's called. Hold on. What's like the... There's a... Oh, maybe ATX... A full ATX? There's another name for like a large ATX, but this is just a standard ATX. LGA 1151. That is a socket type for the CPU. Okay. We have the Z170 chipset. What does Z mean for chipsets? Z1, oh, EATX might be the really fucking big one. Z170. What does the Z170 chipset allow us to do? All right, let's check. Oh no, I thought, doesn't Intel have? Oh yeah, okay. Intel Z170 chipset. What do you think is one of the biggest features offered by this chipset? Overclocking. Oh. So, we have an expensive motherboard, $172, probably has a lot of good support for overclocking on the board, probably have a lot of fucking power phases and all this shit up here. The VRMs are probably of decent quality. There's lots of onboard fucking heat sinks and shit to dissipate heat so that if you're pumping a ton of voltage through the board, Haswell might have integrated the voltage regulator into the chip, but I'm sure that it still generates a lot of heat. Why are we using a 170? Why are we using a Z170 chipset board on a stock processor that we can't overclock? Destiny, you chose the wrong processor. Oh, I guess you could get a free upgrade to the 6700K. Oh, maybe they leave it as the 6700 so that you don't notice, and then you get to the checkout and you didn't click the free upgrade. Why would you do this? This is like deceptive, shitty fucking marketing bullshit. Why would you do this? Why would you give someone a 6700 and then offer them a free upgrade to a better processor? Why would you do this? You're literally trying to trick someone into buying shit. What? What the fuck? Oh, there's a couple of free upgrades in here. Oh, we got a free upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM. Why the fuck would I want 8 gigs of RAM if I could get a free upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM? What the fuck? It's like fucking Easter egg hunting. Or like a scavenger hunt. You would go through your fucking parts to look for the free upgrades? What the fuck? Okay, if you choose the 6700K, then some of these things become a little more tolerable. This is still a garbage fucking cooler. Don't ever get these itty bitty square fucking radiator bullshits. Don't do this, that's retarded. The motherboard becomes, I guess, a little bit more tolerable, but you need a better cooler than this shit to do anything with it. So I guess they upgraded to 16 gigs of RAM. Is there a free upgrade on a... Oh, free upgrade to a 2 terabyte hard drive. Alright, dude, I'm done with this site. I'm done with this website. Wait, is there a free upgrade on the... Okay, this is another important part. Hold on. So I guess if you take all the free upgrades, you start to get to a little bit more... Wow. Okay, the 1060 is criminal, okay? This processor is probably overkill for 99.9% of fucking gaming. So, oh, Petter, Pinjata, welcome to the Cyber Clever, buddy. Yeah, the cooler has a free upgrade, but I still don't know what the fuck. Upgrade to Corsair Hydro Series H55. Oh, no, that's what I chose. The Corsair Hydro series. That's what I have, I think, is this H55. The 1060, the 1060 is a budget card. Why would you get a budget card? Why would you get a budget card in $1,000 build? What the fuck are you doing? Why would you do this? Also, this case is shit. Or maybe, I don't know, dude. What the fuck is this bullshit? Why, you don't get fucking LEDs in your case, guys. I know that this is subjective, but it's fucking current year, not previous year. Nobody likes these fucking LEDs everywhere. This shit looks like something that fell out of the fucking Predator spaceship, alright? You don't need this shit, alright? What the fuck is going on here? Is this sealed, or can you take this off and put more fans on the side? I can't tell. I guess they offered a free upgrade on a PSU. I don't know what weird, sketchy fucking PSU brands they use, but... Oh, also, just a quick note. Bronze, silver, and platinum have to do with how efficiently the power supplies get wattage into your voltage into your system. Wattage into your system. So like a platinum PSU will draw less power from the wall than a bronze PSU. However, platinum does not necessarily mean high quality. Bronze does not necessarily mean high quality. A platinum PSU, just because it's platinum, does not mean it's going to be a high quality PSU, okay? Don't ever think that, okay?
Should I buy this PC with my allowance?
What's up, Edgar? So let's just do this real quick, okay? I'll run through how I would do one of these, all right? Let's say that we want a $1,000 gaming machine, okay? Let's say that that's our goal, all right? So let's see if we can put together a $1,000 gaming machine, all right? $1,000 gaming machine. When you're doing gaming, the most important limiting factor, 99% of the fucking things you're going to do, is going to be your GPU, okay? Don't skimp out and get a fucking 1060. The GPU should be a large portion of your budget. If you're spending 40% of your fucking budget on the GPU, you're doing it right, okay? This is a giant mismatch overkill. You are never, ever, ever going to bottleneck a 1060 with a fucking 66 or 6500, okay? It's not going to fucking happen. You do not need a fucking 67. You do not need an i7 hyper-threaded, overclocked fucking processor to run a fucking 1060, okay? The 60 line, the 60 series, anytime it has 60, this means that you have a, this is a budget card, okay? So the 660 was a budget card. The 760 was a budget card. The 860 was, that's like some mobile shit. The 960 was a budget card. And the 1060 is a budget card, okay? We don't want a budget card with this fucking cuck-ass bullshit, all right? So choose a CPU. Listen, dude. There are, let me preface this before some people get fucking triggered, okay? There are games these days that will take advantage of hyper-threading. There are games that will do it. Battlefield, The Witcher, slightly, okay? These games are games that will take advantage of hyper-threading. However, these are in edge cases, and these are way past the point of having a decent GPU setup, okay? You are not going to be bottlenecked on these games using a fucking 1060. Your GPU, these are bottlenecks that you're going to run into when you've got fucking SLI 980 Ti's or Titans or some shit, and then your CPU is going to start to falter behind, all right? You are not going to be bottlenecked by an i5 in 95% of fucking cases. I promise you, okay? I promise you that it won't fucking happen, okay? Also, with a Skylake chip, I don't even think we need to overclock. I don't think we need to overclock it. Fuck, I should order these builds and we could all go fucking benchmarking. 1060 equals 980, Destiny. Please look up the benchmark. I don't give a fuck. Why the fuck? I'm not going to put a fucking 980 in the system either. Do you think I'm going to put a fucking 980 to replace the 1060, dog? Let's go with the stock i5 for now, okay? We're going to go with the stock i5. We're going to do that. Let's go with the stock i5, okay? We're just going to go with the stock i5 for now, all right? We don't need a cooler because this is a stock fucking PC, okay? Or stock CPU. All right, let's get a fucking motherboard, okay? Why are my ambient temperatures so high? What do you mean? Your ambient temperature is the temperature of your fucking room. I don't know. Ask your mom why she won't turn the air conditioner up. Damn, son. Listen, dude. All the motherboard does is holds your fucking parts together, all right? You do not need a fucking... I know that everybody is obsessed as fuck with $300, $400, $500 motherboards because they need all the fucking bells and whistles and all the lights. Listen, all you need from a motherboard is fucking shit to hold your parts together and to have the features that you need. Do you want SLI? Then make sure you have a board that supports SLI. Do you need 27 different fucking SATA ports for all of your different Hente, Dushin, Cappuccino, whatever the fuck, Hente, hard drive shit, right? Then get a fucking motherboard that has a fuck ton of SATA ports. Do you want wireless fucking internet on the fucking board? Then go buy a $700 motherboard that has wireless fucking internet, okay? We don't need that shit, all right? So let's just get like a fucking, we're just gonna get an itty bitty fucking, we're just going to get like an itty-bitty. Who makes good motherboards? I know that Gigabyte does, as much as I hate to admit it because their Sandy Bridge boards were a fucking disaster, but since then they've been pretty good. So let's just grab this itty-bitty little Gigabyte board. Actually, I could even just grab this little ASRock board. Okay, RAM. 8 gigs of RAM is probably still fine, I think, but I'm kind of out of touch with how your normie systems work. Well, what do I have on this computer? You should probably just get 16. Memory. I have 16, and I'm using 4.7 right now. Yeah, just get 16, because RAM these days is fucking free, dog. RAM is fucking free. Also, we're getting DDR4 because we kind of have to. Now, remember, boys, oh my fucking god, your speed is a function of two numbers, okay? It is the frequency at which the RAM runs, so 2400, 1866, whatever the other fucking numbers are. I don't fucking know, dude. 26, 2800. But it is also a factor of your CAS latency, okay? Do not get scammerinoed into buying some RAM that's rated at like, oh shit, like 3200 fucking speed, 3200 fucking, 3200 fucking speed. Oh my god, it's so good. 3200. But the cast latency is like fucking 19 or some stupid shit. Don't get scammerinoed like that, okay? I think in order to get a rough estimate of how fast your RAM can perform, you take like the speed and you divide it by the cast latency, and then that number gives you like operations that it can perform or some bullshit. So, something like that. So the lower the cast number, the larger your ultimate number is going to be, right? Some bullshit. And the larger the DDR4, the larger the speed, the larger whatever bullshit. I don't know. I don't understand why, because honestly, I don't give a fuck about RAM because it doesn't mean much for gaming. But you can go and read... there's got to be like an AnandTech article on this. I should read this sometime so that I can give a better explanation. You can find people that will explain the differences between the cast latency and between the speed and how these things relate to one another. But regardless, we're going to get the standard 2400 is fine. I haven't seen any benchmarks ever that show me that faster RAM is going to help you with video games, and it doesn't make any sense why it should. So if you start to see benchmarks show up like that, then you can fucking dig into it. But dual channel, single channel doesn't seem to really make much of a difference either. If you find benchmarks that say different, then feel free to fucking show me, but I haven't seen any convincing benchmarks that show RAM running in dual channel is going to be any better than RAM running in single channel for gaming purposes. Maybe if you're doing some insane database management bullshit or something, maybe it's better, but I don't know what this Geo Evo shit is. G-Skills, Ripjaw. Sure, I hear this a lot, and I've used this a lot, and it seems to work fine. Okay. For storage, we'll come back to storage, okay? Because I don't know what I want to do here yet. For a video card, okay? Let's get a real fucking meme. The 1070, this is a real fucking memer. What's the cheapest 1080 we can get? Ooh, I don't think we can make the 1080 work. I really want to though, but I don't think we can. We'll come back to that. We'll grab it. We'll just throw a 1070 in here for now. EVGA makes good shit, okay? For a case, I've used the Source 210. I've used a lot of really small cases before. The Source 210 seems to work fine for me. It's whatever you want it to be, I guess. I haven't had any problems with it. It's small and it's pretty cheap, but it gets the job done. For a PSU, 450 is plenty fine enough. I know that Seasonic makes good shit. I know that Rosewell has some good lines. For wattage, you want... We'll aim for like a 450, okay? The only line that I know for sure is good from Rosewell is the Hive line, but I know that like everything Seasonic makes is good. So this is a 520. The 520 is honestly overkill, but we'll grab this. Optical drive, this is current year. We don't need an optical drive. And then for an operating system, we'll get Windows 10. Oh, that's right here.
Truly, this
Is it though?
The dankest dungeon.
RAM speed does affect frame rate while using a NAPU. TechSpot also showed Ford GHC DDR4 giving a 10 to 19% frame rate improvement over 2133 in Fallout 4 SLI.
Okay, the first thing that he mentioned is actually very true and very important, and I can explain why. So an APU is an... What does APU stand for? Accelerated Processing Unit? I totally just made up Accelerated Processing Unit. I don't know what it actually stands for. Oh, Accelerated Processing Unit. Wow, I'm a fucking god. Okay, so sometimes people will use integrated graphics. For a long time, AMD chips were able to edge out Intel chips in budget builds because AMD chips offered very, very good APUs. APU basically just means integrated graphics. It's your onboard video system. Now, in a normal GPU, the way that it works is the GPU will store all of the textures that it needs to do the shit that it needs for your game into something called the VRAM, your video RAM. So the video RAM is a big buffer that the GPU is painting pictures and working and blah, 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 blah. And every time the GPU needs something, it grabs it out of your VRAM, grabs it out of the VRAM and draws the picture, grabs it out of the VRAM, draws the picture. This is why you run into horrible fucking problems if you try to play a game that's calling for more VRAM than you have available. Remember the big issue with the 970s where they only have 3.5 gigs of VRAM? If you run into issues where you don't have enough VRAM for the game, then every time it goes to draw a screen and it goes to reach into the VRAM, well, now your CPU has to grab something out of RAM, or worst case scenario, off the hard disk, and then bring it over, put it it into the VRAM, and then the GPU will continue to work. You never want that to happen. If you don't have enough VRAM, your frame rate is going to fucking tank on any game that you play, and you're going to run into horrible stuttering issues, right? So GPU grabs stuff from the VRAM to work on things very quickly, okay? It's very, very, very important. The VRAM speed and the bus and all that shit is all very, very important, okay? However, if you're using an APU, you're using the onboard integrated graphics of your CPU, then your RAM is essentially become your VRAM at that point. So at that point, it is important to have quick RAM in order to make sure that you can perform well in terms of generating graphics for your games, because your RAM is doubling as your VRAM at that point, because your CPU is doubling as your GPU, if that makes sense. Hold on, I'm curious about the RAM speeds thing, though. Let me see if I can find this. On our high-end gaming system equipped with two 980 Ti's, Armor 3 sees a 10% increase in minimum frame rates when going from DDR4 3004, which is surprising. DDR4 is a noteworthy increase over 3000. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 sees a 4% boost in frame rates from DDR4 3000 to 4000. Okay, so I guess in very specific builds, when your shit is getting maxed the fuck out, maybe more RAM can help. Okay, so maybe in like edge cases when you're like super awesome on your GPU and CPU, maybe at that point getting a better RAM can help, but I don't think that's something that we're concerned with at this very moment in time. Let's just get the cheapest fucking hard disk we can buy. It's still like a reasonable size. 2 terabytes is reasonable. 3 terabytes is even more reasonable. 2 terabytes is fine, actually. 7200 RPM. I want a bigger cache. Oh, and it's gotta be 7200 RPM too, dog. Oh, dog. 7200 RPM. Yeah, there it is. By making a few design decisions, if you compare this build on the right to this build on the left, by making just a few different decisions on how we built our system, you have something, CPU-wise, it's pretty comparable to what we have on the left, okay? But look, we've upgraded our GPU from a fucking 1060 shitter tier, budget tier bullshit to a respectable, something that commands respect when it walks into the room. A fucking 1070. God damn. Look, by just making a few design choices. And the overall budget... Oh! No, I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't have the OS on this one either. Fucking knock this shit out then. Bam, I don't need this shit. Oh, hold on. That gives us even more money to play with. Okay, 905.81 versus 965. So we're just getting an Evo series drive. The Evo series is like the budget SSD line from Intel. Like decent performance, but good space. Okay, so if we compare these two side to side, right? These are approximately the same budget. The one on the right is $996, the one on the left is $961, so the one on the right is a few dollars more expensive. Typically when choosing a power supply, I think it's important to make sure you don't get some fucking garbo power supply. There are sites that will do full teardowns of PSUs. Oh shit, this shit is expensive. Like where they literally will tear it open and look at the internal components to make sure that shit is good. So, and this is overclock.net usually has a lot of good shit on it in terms of recommendations for good shit. How much are the Be Quiet ones? What a stupid fucking name for a company. I hate this company's name. Alright, looks like Seasonic is going to be the cheapest ones we can find. 350 should be enough for our system. Whew, we're cutting it a little bit close, though. We're not overclocking this GPU, but that's fine. We're not have a bit more overclocking the GPU. I'd probably spend the $5 more. Or the $25 more. Nah, never mind. Fuck it. Just get the 450. The more expensive, or I'm sorry, the slightly larger power supply will give you a little bit more room if you do want to overclock your GPU. And there's no real reason not to. The 430 or whatever. I would just grab this. Okay, whatever. These are pretty comparable in price. There's a $30 difference in price, okay? So for $30 difference in price, look at what we got here. We have a CPU that's probably going to perform about as well in gaming. It's going to be about the same price in game, about the same performance in gaming, considering our system. We have a smaller motherboard because we don't need this massive fucking bullshit. We got rid of the cooler because we have a stock chip. We don't need a cooler. We have twice as much RAM, which is good because 16 gigs of RAM is probably better than 8, I would guess. We got a 500 gigabyte SSD instead of a shitty 1 terabyte hard disk drive. So we have a respectable SSD. This is an okay SSD. We have a 1070 instead of a 1060, which is a pretty substantial upgrade in GPU. So the 1060 is this bar versus the 1070 is this bar. I don't know if these are comparing actual frame rates though. I would have to find more. I would have to find more things to convince me that it's that much better. Oh, we're not gonna have any benchmarks. Oh, no gaming benchmarks. Listen, it's a much better card. Okay, trust me. Listen, if you just look at the fucking numbers, dude. Oh, here's some benchmarks. This is gaming at 4K. Actually, that's like a 50% increase in performance from the 1060 to the 1070. Again, the 60 card is a budget card, and the 1070 is supposed to be like the enthusiast level card, with the 1080 above it being like the super enthusiast or extremist. Well, maybe, or maybe you'd say the 1080 is enthusiast and the 1070 is price conscientious. I don't, fuck these words, they're all arbitrary, okay? Anyway, the 1070 is way better than the 1060, okay? Look, the build on the right is way better, okay? This is what I'm trying to say. Look, this build on the right is like way fucking better. What's the 1060 compared to the 980? I think the 1060 is comparable to the 980. They're like roughly the same. Oh, tech power up. Has a chart. Relative performance. Oh, you can see a 1060 here and you can see a 1070 here. I guess, for whatever. I think these guys do this via benchmarks, right? The 1070 is a considerably more impressive card than the 1060 is what I'm trying to get across, right? So budget is really, really, really important when you're considering building computers. I get really irritated. The reason why I blew over that guy yesterday is I get really irritated because a lot of people pass around a lot of really bad advice and it causes people to waste a lot of money. When most people, Ice Poseidon is like a special edge case, but most people when they go to build computers don't have unlimited budgets because they're not spoiled streamers. They get $50 million fucking dollars from people like you that donate money to me, okay? When we go to build computers, we can put whatever the fuck we want in it because we're fucking retarded. But for the average person who's building a computer, budget is a thing. It's important, right? I only have $2,000 or $1,500 or $1,200. I can only spend so much money on a system, right? So it's important that I get the biggest bang for my buck, right? In your case. So, yeah, I think that when I see people make bad recommendations on parts, or when I see shit websites like CyberPower or iBuyPower PC sells their pre-builts that are garbage assembled, it's just kind of irritating because I feel like people, I don't know, are being taken advantage of. I don't know. It just seems really sad that like there's going to be people that buy that iBuyPower shit PC right here for $1,000 and they bought it from a website where they assemble the part list, so they assume that they're getting like a really good fucking pre-built because they went to a special gamer fucking site. When in reality, the budget allocation is actually really, really bad, and in some cases nonsensical, and will cause them to waste money and overspend on a system that's gonna be outperformed by something that costs less, right? It's like yeah.